Continuing on with our tips, new tips for judges, I have Rachel Zimmer, a Ragdoll breeder, who is going to talk to us about the Ragdoll head and what she feels is very important for judges to be looking at and how to look at it.
So I think it's important to start in the front and see this chin here. Should be right in line with the nose, so you should be able to put your finger right there, and you should not have an angle. The chin should not look, very weak like that. It should have a nice, not square like a Maine Coon, but a nice strong chin. Up to the nose. Scoop, we don't really say anymore, but nice little profile there. We don't want to see a Roman nose like in a Burman, so we want to see that little kind of scoop there to a nice strong forehead, and then the flat spot here.
Talk to me about the flat spot. We all hear the flat spot of the Ragdoll.
Right.
How do judges do that?
Well, you should feel it. The skull right there is very flat. Anything more than that, and you're going to get too much doming. You're going to get into that Persian head, and we don't want the Ragdoll to look like a Persian. We want it to look like a Ragdoll, and that's one of the ways that you get everything that's in line in the Ragdoll profile is to start with a strong chin, have that slight change of direction to a strong forehead, and then the flat spot right here between the ears.
And then one more quick thing. The Ragdoll standard tends to have changed, and now he happens to have a perfect inverted V, but a lot of the standard has changed that you don't have to have the perfect inverted V like that or some of the other things. Talk to me about the pattern, because pattern's very difficult on the Ragdoll.
It is very difficult because the Ragdoll is what we call a pattern breed. Some breeds that are just brown tabby, we don't have to worry as much about these guys that have the ant white on them too. You don't want to see a V that's too skinny. We don't want it to look like a little pencil drawing right there in the middle. And we don't want it to be too wide out here past the outer edge of the eye. His is not perfect. You'll see there's a little more color here than there is on this side. But overall, it's acceptable. It's good. When you get too much white here, that is something that tends to breed forward. Those are cats that want to give white on the ear, too much white on the rest of the body. You'll get an unbroken or uneven saddle. It's just that white spotting factor that kind of gets out of control when you have too much white in the V.
Thank you for taking the time. Enjoy the rest of the show. Beautiful cat. Thank you.
Thank you.